some of them don't have.
Okay,
You ready?
go.
This is grandma's grave right here. The last one on the next to the road right here. This is grandma right here. The last one right here. These over here, they got hit. Okay. They don't have a, you just want the one that don't have a headstone?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Gerdine over here. I'm gonna talk to Chanson. I thought Gerdine had a headstone. You see, I don't know who these are. None of these graves in here have headstones. But none of these in here have vineyards and right here. Right here. Gerdine Johnson doesn't have one. Right here, this is Gerdine Johnson's grave right here. She doesn't have a headstone. I would like to see her with a headstone, Gerdine Johnson. All right, this is Jig Smith, Thomas Roger Smith. Jig, he didn't have a headstone. That's Bernice Chris' husband. He doesn't have a headstone. Okay. Over here. Carrie. This is Miss Collis. No headstone over here. Miss Collis Brown is the first grave coming up the hill right here. She doesn't have it that long. Miss Collis Brown. Right here. Mr. Willie Brown. This is Willie Brown. Jr. is right here. This is Mr. Willie Brown Sr. right there. That's Willie Brown Sr. don't have one. Willie Brown Jr. Mr. Willie Brown's wife, Miss Collis Brown, is the first grave going up to here right here. We come along here, that path right to the school. She doesn't have one. She's the first one. Miss Collis Brown, going right upside of here. Okay. Let's go up here. These are the beards right here. They all have headstones right here, the beard. I'm trying to think. This person, I don't know who this person is. They don't have a headstone right here. They don't have a headstone. This is the Greer line. This is Freddie Mae Greer, my first cousin, right there. Uncle and Curly's daughter, Freddie Mae, who used to come over and can with Mama all the time. Came over and Karen was good with Mama, sit and talk to her. Mama kept her. Dang, this is Jessie Greer's wife. She has one. Jessie Greer, Georgia, she has one. This is Aunt Curly. He got it right here, I see. Ruth Greer. No, that's it's not Aunt Curly, that's Emily. Emily Greer. It's right there. This is Aunt Curly. They bought her a headstone. She got one. What's she right there? Ruth Greer. She got one. This is Uncle Freddie right here. He didn't have one. He got standing right here. But that's Jennifer, Uncle Freddie's daughter. Jennifer Greer right there. That's Jennifer. Chanel Greer. 1993. That's it right there. Don't have one. Now, I don't know who those are right there. In there right there. This is on ours right here. That's Cleopa. But this is on ours right here. That's Daddy right here. But coming from this way right here, this is she doesn't have a headstone. This is Aunt Bruce's daughter, Marie. Marie is right here. Marie is right here. This is Aunt Maddie. Aunt Maddie, Daddy's one of Daddy's oldest sister. Aunt Maddie is right here. Aunt Maddie. This is Jane Manor. Our first cousin, just like a brother to me. He has one. Went down and got him one. This is Uncle Man's daughter, Sis. Sis Kimball. She doesn't have one. Sis doesn't have one. Okay, Cliff's right there. Cliff's got one. Okay. These are some of the Dachshund Korean girls. That's Mr. Arthur Dachshund. He doesn't have one. All of these in here don't have one. Perry, these are Dachshund right here. Sammy Dachshund doesn't have one. They were also talking about having that Dachshund on the 16th. They said Sunday at church, the 16th of November, the Dachshund is gonna have a program in the afternoon to raise money for the Dachshund right here. That's Joe Miller. That's Bessie. He was in World War I. That's Joe Miller. That's Bessie Whitehorn husband right here, Joe. That's Joe right here. Now I tell you others we don't have one. We definitely want to make sure we didn't have one. Lee Arthur Pearl. Tell you getting. I've been asking. I was asking Al Tinto about that. Now Al Tinto can't do anything about it. Just don't forget this. That's why don't ever move. Don't knock that down. This is Lee Arthur Pearl Jr. right here. Bro Pearl. Lee Arthur Pearl, my good friend. He's come down here and sit in the choir practice right here. They got Bernice got one. I'm trying to think who this. The opener that don't have a headstone. This is I don't know who that is. It's really, whoever it is, but it's got to be a crest though, cause that's Miss Rosetta right there. They brought that boy to one the other day. That's why I like Sanika Pearl right there. They just ain't brought them one. Ain't been too long ago. Okay, this is Luella. I think right here, Jimmy Lee. Which one is what that thing said? Luella. That's right. Luella right here. James White, Amazon Charlie right here. It's right here. Luella is right here, and Jimmy Lee is over here. Should be. Jimmy Lee Manor, that's right. Took a bullet. I won't ever forget it, for Clifford. He living today. They got drunk down there, and the man, Clifford, was gonna jump on Clifford, and the man come up, gonna shoot Clifford. Jimmy Lee stepped in the front, wrapped him to the front, and took the pistol away from him. I won't ever forget that. But he died. The man said he died from the struggle. He blade on, shot him with 22 on the inside of Memphis when James went down there. That's him right there. Jim Lee Manor. Now,
what's this right here?
Huh? What you say? That's this is Charlie right here, I think. Let's see. I think this is Charlie. That's Amazon. Yeah, this is Charlie right here. That's my buddy right there. Got the same birthday that I got. June the 5th, 1946. Mine is June the 5th, 1946. Hers is 45. Her and Ocean the same age. Amazon would be 80 years old if she was living today. This is Charlie right here. Charlie Mellon. I'm sure that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't have one. Charlie Mellon. We used to go see him all the time. Okay. Over here is our cousin Jayberry. He has one. We call him Jayberry. His name Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson Manor. That's Aunt Sally's son. Willie Nelson Manor. Now, they used to not have. This is my classmate, Eddie Ruthie Mae McKinney. She got one. That's her name right there. Ruthie Mae McKinney, right here. But that's what is that?
Herbert McKinney.
All right, that's her husband, right here. Herbert McKinney, right here. Ruthie Mae's going this way, right? This is Herbert McKinney.
Who's that?
Herbert McKinney. That's the husband.
Right here.
What's on that? That should be a red. What is it, Mary?
W.C. Crisp.
No, that's W.C. Crisp. That's Ivy Christian. That's Christian. He doesn't have one. That's Willie Man. W.C. Crisp doesn't have one. But there's another one in here. Red, my classmate. She doesn't have one. Herbert. And then Red, that's Bessie right there. You know what that's Bessie Whitehorn. She got one. Okay? I'm glad she does. She told me she's going to get him one. She did. That girl got to be right here. But let me show you what for a long time, Stacy made sure that She wanted William Lee to have one. So she bought this thing down from a Timberland. And she got enough money to buy William Lee Jones. That's Casey down there and all of them right there. Casey brought him one, but I told him they didn't set it up, see? So he didn't have one for 20 years, but now he got one now. They just ain't set up. William Lee got one. All these up here got one. I'm glad for a long time, Ernest didn't have one. Ernest didn't have one. But they finally, I don't know what happened.
Over there.
I'm gonna get that, but they brought Ernest one right here. Jackson got Ernest and got Eric right here. For a long time, they did not have one. This is Phyllis Marie Dotson. This is the Junior Dotson's right here. Joseph May Dotson is over here somewhere. And she don't have one. So you see, that's Phyllis right there. I think this is Joseph May right here. That's Phyllis right there, Joseph May Dotson over here. Arthur Lee Pearl is right there. He got ones. And that's Lorenza, the picture on it. I have much money left. Make sure, mine's probably going to be at Union Hill, but make sure I have a picture on it. If Lowe's they don't know where to go, it's going to be at Union Hill. Now, this is the last one. See, there's some more graves back there. They could put them back there. I tried to tell David, I said, we had plenty enough room to put this money right there. Huh?
Yeah.
Plenty of room. We want to carry this out up there. Several graves back there. They tell me we ain't got no graves. Yes, we do too. And they're supposed to be, I ain't gonna ever do this again. I did it before because it ain't gonna work. Eric asked me to save Jackie a space, but see, ain't no way we're gonna be able to dig no grave between here. Right there. But I tried to save it. He asked me to save, he came and asked me would I save a space. There ain't no graves in here. Ain't no graves in here. What's that? The worms are, this is on spider web or something. Ain't no graves in here nowhere. See, that's our line right there. See, that line. We could put graves in here. Leon pushed the date up and left it. He had to push it on back to smooth. He opened the grave. He pushed that grave. Now here, right here, all the cousins come from Cottondale. I know what that Arthur Rain Jackson. That's Daddy's sister who died. Rain. Right here. Luke come over. This doesn't know Luke, you're wrong. I know what I'm talking about. This couldn't out the rain right here. Yeah, couldn't out the rain. She don't have one. Lives in Cottondale, Illinois. With the Aunt Ruby for years. This is couldn't out the rain right here. See right there, see it right there? Anderson should be. See right there?
Yeah.
Okay, couldn't out the rain. We call her last name was Anderson. This is Martha. This is Martha Jean. Make sure. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Martha Jean doesn't have one. I'm gonna say something to her son about, cause I'm gonna give him some money. I'm gonna say something to him about getting a grave. All right. Over here. Graves are, Eric done stopped at the last one. There's no graves in here, so there's no graves in here. This is the last grave going this way. Eric just put here. This is Cousin Paycheck. She got one. She got one. But when you turn and go this way, there's 4 graves in here. Banks. Lonnie Banks, T.C. Banks, and John Banks is in here. But they had one. They were buried earlier, right? There's 3 of them right here. 3 brothers. The Banks. Their sister right there, Cousin Paycheck. She's the Banks. There's 3 graves in here. They don't have a marker. This is William Gibbs. He don't have one. Cousin J.B.'s brother. He don't have one. William Gibbs. He don't have one. A.C. had one back there. This Cousin Rosie, Nathan, and this is Cousin J.B. and Cousin Rosie. I got enough money. If you don't want to have them, let's do one together. You in here for like this for me and Mama. If you can, right there. Do it separate. I have enough money to buy one, to do one like that. This is always, this is the last grave on this side. No graves here. AC is the only one back there. No graves over there. That's still ours over there. That's still ours. This is Miss Nellie Amos, Pee Wee auntie. For a long time, was nobody over here but her. Nobody else was upside of here, Miss Amos. Nobody else. We put That's Pee Wee's granddaughter, who a boy who got killed in Atlanta. She asked me, they brought him up here and put him right there. They got a headstone there, but ain't nothing but ashes right there. Yeah, there ain't nothing, got here, but ain't nothing but ashes right there in front. Ain't nothing but ashes. Miss Nellie Ammons was the last grave going up here. Wasn't no other graves. So we got graves. I listen to her. If we get somebody down here to clean up, going back, take a tractor, sell somebody to cut these timbers, let the timber fall that way, sell the timber, push them off in that ditch, off in there. We could clean all kind of graves going back here. Right there. Those are it. We ain't got no graves over here. See, it's the road. If you want to, you can start here. There the road is. You can come over here and start graves. So, now, all of those graves right here, people right here was here before when I came and started dealing with them. They're old tombs. See them tall ones right there? You can tell those are the old ones right there. Now, those are the only ones that don't have a headstone. Everybody else has a headstone. So I'm gonna see a chance. I'm gonna say something to her about getting good in a headstone. I thought she